Reading Rangers and their head coach Deb Price are here tonight, and we have a great crowd on hand, and I want to thank everybody for coming out and being part of the show tonight. And Deb, thank you for helping me to arrange this and bringing your team in tonight. I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you for inviting us.
Deb, let's talk a little bit about the season. We talked last year about this time, and you had won the state championship. This year you win the MITCA title, and you finished incredibly close, but fourth place in the state championship. Let's talk about that MITCA meet. Last year you finished behind Pittsford. This year you come in and take care of business and win that one. What happened this year that allowed you to do that?
I think we have maybe a little bit more depth this year in some of the events. High jump, pole vaulters, some things that we didn't have the depth that we were able to do that with this year. And that depth won a meet for us.
When you have an athlete like Michelle Davis, who's one of the top athletes to ever come out of our county, and who won all of the state titles that she won last year, and she graduates, you would expect there to be a significant drop-off, right? I mean, you lose that kind of stellar competitor. There was no drop-off at all. You guys were able to win that MITCA even without Michelle.
Yes. Actually, Michelle was our only senior to graduate last year, so I knew that I had a lot of talent coming back. We also have a lot of depth in our distance this year, and just everybody pulled together, and we were able to just have an amazing season again. Of course, there's Jenny Davis too, who
she's
has
not
a little
bad.
She's not bad.
She's not bad.
Hurdlers, we had it all this year.
I got to know her brother really well this.
Yeah.
I got to know her brother really well this year, and he always says, "I'm not good at track. Don't ask." Like right when I meet him, and it's like, "Oh, come on, you're part of the family." But he's a great kid too, by the way. But to have Michelle and Jenny have the kind of success that they had, and now Jenny graduating and going off to Michigan State, I mean, those two had an incredible impact, didn't they?
They did, obviously. But again, I think it took the whole team this year. Every meet, especially in the Big 8, we were at the top. Concord was strong too, but it took the entire team to pull that one off and to pull the state meet off, and not taking anything away from Jenny or Michelle either, but they know what I'm talking about. And also just a lot of really academically high achievers, and we're actually waiting to hear we are in the running for the academic team All-State with a 3.928 GPA, top 12 girls. 12 girls.
That's amazing.
That's crazy. So
congratulations just on that. You make it to the state meet. You had won all of your meets during the year. You're undefeated. You win the MITCA. You go into the state meet. What was that, Hudsonville?
Yes, at Hudsonville.
So did you think you were going to win it? Did you know it was going to be close? What were your thoughts going into it?
I knew it was going to be close. I knew we had an opportunity to, but I knew Harbor Springs, Concord, the sleeper team that actually was Fowler. But going into the mile relay, we were in first place. And
so the mile relay,
fourth.
let's set the stage. The mile relay is the last event of the day.
Yes.
And you were in the lead going into that.
By 2 points.
Oh, my Lord. So your heart's pounding at this point.
Nothing against that mile relay team. It's just, that's how it works.
Absolutely right.
We went from first to fourth place.
That just shows you how close it was.
First place was ahead of us by 8 at the end, and then just a couple of points between the next two teams. So
you can't feel bad about it.
I did not feel bad at all. We had a great day. So that's just
what
how
were
it
some of the
works.
top individual performances? Obviously, the points go together for the team, but you have individual events during the day.
Our 32 relay placed third. Teddy Zimmerman in the 100 and 300 hurdles placed third. Our 8 relay placed third. We had a lot of thirds. Jenny got second in the 200, fourth in the 100. Our mile relay took 7th. Our mile, Teresa Eidner placed 5th. In the 2 mile, a freshman, Kenny Bassage, placed 2nd. And Tressa in the 800 placed 6th. So a lot of little points here and there added up to 48 points.
We're talking to the Hall of Famer Deb Price. Her reading track team is a state champion again this year in the MITCA. They were 4th in the overall state meet. They won the state last year and were 2nd in the MITCA, so that's a pretty good 2-year run. In your long career as a coach, have you had a couple of year run like this before?
Yes. state champions in 2001. We've had 5 state runner-up teams. This would be our 4th team state championship. So I've had a good 20 years. I've been coaching for 31, but the last 20 have been a lot of fun.
So something different in the water and reading in the last 20 years, is that it?
I think maybe that's what it is. So we'll see.
Deb, you mentioned the 30-plus year track coaching career. You were already in one of the state track Hall of Fames.
Yes.
You found out when that you were going into the other one?
I want to say the 1st of May, maybe.
You don't love talking about this, but I have to mention it. You were already, explain that there are more than one Hall of Fame, right?
Yes.
There is more than one. Tell me about it.
The first one was the Michigan Track Coaches Association Hall of Fame, and then the one that's in September is the Michigan High School Coaches Association Hall of Fame, which is at the banquet is at Central Michigan University, and there's a room where you get your forever picture and plaque.
How did you get nominated for this? How did it happen?
Mr. Hubbard, our athletic director, and Mr. Bailey, our principal, did letters of recommendation. It kind of, you have to be coaching for over 25 years, and somebody just sends you the information. So I don't know if it has something to do with just the different coaches awards I've gotten through track that made me a candidate. I'm not sure, but I filled out all the paperwork and sent it in, and I was nominated. Thank you.
Congratulations. Another Hall of Fame for Deb Price, and that's really exciting. Looking forward, obviously, you're graduating some seniors this year.
Just a few.
How many are you graduating?
8.
Okay.
8.
So is it exciting next year? New kids, new opportunities for them going into it?
We definitely have a lot of talent back. Some young talent. Ann Wiedmeyer did really well in the high jump this year. And Bailey Ireland was crazy good in the hurdles. Our throwers are coming along. Abby Reppert. I don't want to forget anybody, but a lot of girls that are back, and we're looking forward to some good things again next year too.
So you've been coaching for 31.
Mm-hmm.
How many more years do you think you've got left in you?
A couple more.
A couple more. 2, 5, 10, 15?
A couple.
You're not going to make an announcement tonight or anything like that?
No.
31 years is amazing,
Mm-hmm.
and congratulations on the
Thank
Halls
you.
of Fame. And this season, I mean, to go through the Big 8-year undefeated.
It was awesome.
I mean, just that, with the rivalries that you have with some of those other teams, it's got to be a great feeling.
It was. It was awesome.
Jenny Davis, I've gotten to know in a class that we had together. And Jenny, first of all, congratulations on all your success.
Thank you.
What did you think about it this year? Was it just as much fun without your sister?
I really missed running with Michelle, but I was really close with all the girls on the team this year, and it was so much fun again.
Did you feel, we talked about this before off the air a lot of times, and you know what I mean by this, I think. Did you feel pressure being Michelle Davis' sister to kind of keep it going?
A little bit. I mean, we always just have fun, and
right.
Ms. Price always says just do what you can do. And so I got to talk to Michelle after meets, and I even got to see her run a few times this year. So she was always really encouraging.
Before we leave the topic of Michelle Davis, she ran for Toledo in the MAC, which is unbelievable, Division I track program. How did she do? Did she have a good experience?
Yeah, she had a good 1 year, but she decided she's not going to do it next year because it's huge commitment. And,
oh, no kidding.
But she did pretty well. She tried the 400 hurdles, which was a new event, and she was one of her team's top performers. So
great kid too. Is she going to stay at Toledo? Will she stay at Toledo or?
Yeah.
Okay. Jenny, you get into that the state meet this year. Obviously, you finished second in the 200. So did you think you had a chance to win it? How did that race go?
I definitely thought I had a chance to win it. There's a girl from Concord I ran against all year that we've been neck and neck in just about every race. And actually in the timing, the official times showed the exact same times because it was almost a dead tie. But they went back and looked at like the photo finish and thought she just leaned a little bit more. So.
What part of your body has to cross? It can't be like a hand or anything, right?
Chest. I think it's your chest.
Okay. So is that close?
Yeah.
Did you think you had? Did you think you lost, or did you think you won?
It was tough because I thought I was ahead, but then she leaned a little more.
Yeah.
So I was hoping I'd won, but.
What a race! Are you able to record this stuff and have a video of it for later? I mean, did you watch it back?
MHSAA actually takes a video of the whole meet, and you can order like a DVD of it. I think you can even go online on their website and watch the meet after it's over.
I got to see this race.
I haven't watched it actually.
Oh, I have to watch it. I got to post it. I got to post it on the timeout page. Jenny, I know this because I've been your teacher for a year, and Michelle's teacher too, with Jackson College and all the rest of it. But you and your teammates, incredible students too. It's amazing that you're this good at track and that great in the classroom. And your coach just mentioned that you're up for some Scholar Athletic honors as well. That's something you guys take incredibly seriously, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really important to all of us. And when the underclassmen come up and see that all the upperclassmen are that way, and that's our expectation, and that's how our team is, then everybody just kind of jumps on board.
You have an incredible experience coming up this summer. Why don't you tell everybody about it?
I'm going to Brazil this summer as a program with Jackson College. I actually leave June 18th, and so I've already gotten all my students, and I'm working with some high school students there, and they all know English, and I'm working with them to improve their English skills.
Jenny Davis also was the winner of the Jennifer Beach Memorial Scholarship. I'm sure you won a bunch of other awards too, but I was on that committee, and we had a mountain of papers from around the county. I'm telling you, it was incredible, the kids that are in this county. And I think that's a great honor to win that, because there are a lot of great candidates, and congratulations.
Thank you. I was really honored. I was surprised I won it, but...
Another kid that I have gotten to know a little bit is Jamie Hubbard, and she's here. Jamie, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Tell me about your track meet at state. What did you participate in, and how did it go?
I ran in the 3,200 meter relay and the mile relay. The 32 relay went really well. We were ranked first, but we ended up getting third. But two teams ran incredible times. One broke their school record with like a 9:45, and we'd recently broke ours with a 9:54.
Wow.
And they came to run that day. And
when you say you broke a record, did you beat your personal record or the school record?
the school record.
Any track record at Reading is a big deal.
Yes.
Because you've had incredible athletes at Reading. And it's just, that's got to be something you're really proud of.
Last year we came really close. I think we were like 4 seconds off, and we just couldn't get it. And then this year we crushed it by 6 seconds. It was a great feeling.
I think a lot of people think of you, Jamie, as a basketball player, and maybe not so much track, right? But here you're a top performer in track. How does that kind of fit in? I mean, do you pick one sport over another, or do you just enjoy all of them?
Well, I wouldn't call track my favorite, but I do enjoy it. The running part is okay, I guess. It's running. You have good days, you have bad days. That's what I don't like. It's pretty inconsistent, but I guess, I don't know. It's fun. The team's great, and winning's always fun, and you win at Reading track, so you can't complain about that.
You get to I'm just fascinated by this moment. I keep coming back to it, but I'd be interested in your perspective. Do you know when you're at the state meet that it comes down to the mile relay then? I mean, were you aware of how close it really was at that point?
Well, I kind of figured, because all year long I've been running the mile relay, and Mrs. Price always says it's never going to come down to the mile relay, but probably about 6 times it came down to the mile relay. So you just have to run your race, and whatever happens, happens. And Harper Springs had 2 girls that run a 58. That's what Michelle Davis ran. Like you said, track's not my best sport. I don't run a 58.
I didn't say that, by the way. That's not what I said. But I understand what you're getting at. Jamie, you're the last Hubbard, right?
Yeah.
So your brothers, obviously your dad Mitch is the counselor over there. You're the last one to go through. It's been a nice run, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been fun.
And now you're going off where to school?
I'll be in college.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Coach, who else should we talk to? I think we have time to talk to one more student athlete here from RHS. Why don't you introduce her and kind of tell us about her a little bit, and then we'll chat with her for a minute on the radio.
Alyssa Kenny she was a junior. She's a senior now. And she pretty much ran in all of our relays and ran the 200 this year and did an awesome job for us. And she was part of the mile relay and the 800 relay at the state meet, and then part of those relays throughout the year. So just a good athlete and nice to have on the team.
No, you don't get out that easy, Alyssa. Congratulations on an awesome season. How are you?
I'm
I'm good.
So what are you doing next fall?
Next fall, I'm gonna do cross country.
So you're not you're not a senior?
No, this year I'm gonna.
Nice. You get her back, right, Coach? That's good. What about playing for Coach Price? I mean, you hear about all the accolades, all the success, the Hall of Fames that she's in, the Halls of Fame that she's in. It's kind of fun to have that kind of coach, isn't it?
Yeah, she's absolutely the most deserving coach of all of those awards. She's
She's blushing now.
One of the main reasons why we're so good.
What's the secret? And Jenny or Jamie, if any of you want to jump in on this, go ahead. But obviously she does a lot of things really well to have this kind of success. Is it something that happens at practice? Is it just the preparation that goes into it? What do you think is the secret to Deb Price's success?
I think it's all of it. Like, she knows what we're best at. She puts us in the best events that we are, capable of running. She works as hard at practice, and a lot of it, I think, is like, the dice game. Like, before our invitationals or whatever, we have pasta parties at her house every Friday, and I think that's a big reason.
It's for multiple reasons, because it's good fuel for your body before the race, and also you guys really have fun together, don't you?
Yeah,
right?
It's a lot of fun.
What did you run this year again?
The 200, the 400, and the 800 relay, the 400 relay, and the mile relay.
So how do you like the relays? I always thought it would be fun to be in a relay because then not all of the pressure's on you. Do you like those?
I love the relays because, the pressure isn't all on you, and you're a team, and, you all depend on each other, and it brings you closer, so.
Well, have a great summer, and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Coach, you have great kids. I really appreciate you bringing them here today so everybody can find out about them, and I appreciate the kids making the time to come in. So do you just take a break over the summer, or do you think track all summer long?
I'm taking a break.
You're taking a break, all right.
Actually, I'm working on a track book, but pretty much taking a break.
Tell me about your book. What's that all about?
I have a parent, Karen Sims, who took pictures all season, and we put a book together trying to get everybody in the, just pictures of them performing and stats, things that they've done throughout the year. And I cut out newspaper articles and put it all together in a book and then give them each a copy. So
awesome.
It's a little time consuming.
When will you start kind of putting in preparation for the next season? Does that really just start in the spring, or do you kind of work on that even in the winter a little bit?
I go to a track clinic in February, but other than that, start it in the spring.
Start it up in the spring and let it loose one more time.
Yep.
And, it's interesting because you have a real proper downtown school, so your track facility is actually out at Reynolds Elementary, right?
Yes.
So how do the kids get from, they just run over to the track every day?
Well, they're supposed to. Yes.
Are you suggesting some of them
No,
don't?
most of them do.
Get a little warm up before you get over there?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you again.
I really appreciate you coming, making the time for us one more time this year, and hopefully we'll do it again next year. But
thanks again for asking us to come.
The Hall of Fame induction is happening when again?
It's in September.
In September, okay.
I can't remember which weekend. It's on a Sunday.
Well, when we get closer, we'll mention that again.
Okay.
Congratulations on
Thank
that
you.
and another great season.
Thanks.
Deb Price here from Reading Schools. Thanks to the Rangers and another incredible track season that they had one more time this year.